Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ricky's Reviews, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to those who celebrate. So I decided for this Ricky's Reviews episode, which may or may not be the last one of 2025, I'm really not sure yet. Depends on how much energy I'm going to have after making this video. But today I decided to cover a Christmas film, or a somewhat Christmas film. I don't know, as a holiday gift, because I did do the mean one last week, and this one's a little less horror, but today we are covering Gremlins. Now, this movie came out in 1984 and stars Zach Galligan in the role of Billy Peltier, and the premise goes as such. During the Christmas season, the Peltier family is celebrating the holidays as they always have each and every year. But this year, Billy gets a unique gift from his father, something different, something with a weird set of 3 rules. And that's all I'm going to give you for plot. Actually, no, I'll say one more thing. After he opens up this gift, he finds a thing called a Mogwai, with some certain rules attached to it that he has to follow. He ends up not following these rules, and something comes from these Mogwai, or this Mogwai, I should say. And that's all the plot I'm going to give you for the film. I'll go into more specifics later. So, this movie came out in 1984, as I previously said. And this movie is a horror comedy, almost. I mean, it has horror elements, it has Christmas elements. It's really a big mix of a movie, but it's definitely a really good film if you want something again for the holiday season to just watch and enjoy. Like I know I watched this one over the holiday season. And this one does have a sequel, Gremlins 2, the new batch, which I again may or may not cover. I'm really not sure. Depends on how much energy I'm gonna have after making this video. But yeah. Now I'll get into what I liked and disliked about the film. And this time I'll start out with the likes. I really like the Peltier family's acting. In this one, it all really seems like they are like a family. Like, it just seems a very close-knit. And I remember seeing something in the making of or behind-the-scenes stuff. And just with all the actors, it was a very, like, close-knit family sort of relation with all the actors. And I do really appreciate that with the movie set when you can really feel the family dynamics between all the characters. And another thing I do like is the design of the Gremlins and the Mogwai themselves. For a Christmas film, they put a lot of work and a lot of effort into the design and the mechanics of these. Sometimes they were real life puppets or actual like mechanically operated things that they'd have going around set, and I do appreciate that. And just as I can't speak English, I appreciate that this movie used as much practical effects as it did, opposed to as little CGI. I love it when a movie goes fully practical because I really just dislike CGI. It's a really mixed bag for films, and with this movie, it uses CGI as little as possible and goes heavy on the practical effects, which is something I do really appreciate. I also really like the really, I guess how to say this, just weird voice acting for the Gremlins and like just how they are played. I mean, they're mainly voiced by Frank Welter, and I really do enjoy his voice acting style for this movie, because it just, like, really random noises, like, I'm not going to try to imitate it, but you can just go watch the movie and you'll see what I'm referring to. But he has such a strange voice acting style with, specifically Stripe, which is the main one that he voice acts. It's really just this funny thing, and it really got a good amount of laughs out of me for this whole movie. Now, one thing I will say that I don't like about the Gremlins is that some of them, and this is especially a big problem in the second film, but they introduce these Gremlin characters, and then some of them just barely get any screen time or usability in the film. Like, some of them just pop up, and then that's the last you see of them. But that's a really big issue in the second film. Not so much in this one, but definitely the second movie. And if I do cover it, again, many ifs, because I'm really not really sure, you'll definitely see that present if you do watch Gremlins 2. And Gremlins 1, it's there too. And then another thing in this movie, some of the human characters, they don't show up a lot, and, you know, one scene they're gone. And I guess in a big movie like this where it's focused on a town of people, that's something you're gonna get. But I do really appreciate in movies when they have fleshed out characters and not just ones that you see really randomly and then they don't really do much, and you can kind of easily tell that some of them weren't really fleshed out or developed. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have a lot of dislikes for this film. I do really enjoy it. It's a very pleasant watch. And I will say, for my favorite scene, and you're seeing it right now, is this scene where the Gremlins, the Gremlins, the Mogwai are the cute ones. The Gremlins are tampering with a really grouchy, almost grinchy old lady's electric wheelchair on a stair set, and it goes haywire and she gets flung. And I can't show the full clip, or otherwise I'll get copyright, and I don't want to do that. As many of you probably don't know, but with my Jurassic World Rebirth video, that got heavy copyright, so I don't want to do that, so we're just gonna avoid that. But the scene's really hilarious, and I know I probably shouldn't have laughed at it, but it got a good chuckle out of me. So that is my favorite scene of the film. Now for my two favorite actors, I will give it to Zach Galligan for his portrayal of the main leading man, Billy Peltier, and to Frank Welter, I can't speak English, Welter, for his voicing of Stripe and the other evil gremlins. And for this movie, if I have to give it a rating, I will give it a rating of 8.5 out of 10. It is an enjoyable holiday watch with not many flaws, and if you're looking for something good for the Christmas season, or even just, I guess, any season, really, it's a movie that you can watch all the time. It has a lot of, is rewatchability a term? I don't know, but yeah. That is my review for Gremlins 1984. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, and subscribe, and also have a happy and safe holiday and Christmas, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.